number 1 seed.
Here's Campbell on the far side for the Thunder, coming up the field, ball in the air, up across midfield, trying to find Orweiler. That's going to be touched away from her and played back towards midfield. Now Campbell touches it out of bounds. Throw in far side, top of the defensive third for Carleton. The Knights play square towards the middle of the field, finding Wills momentarily with it on her right foot. Wills looking to switch play, and does, stepping those Leibador chested down and trying to move it upfield, keeps it running to Kopelman. Kopelman right in the middle of the center stripe, looks near sideline for Kishkunis, has it on her right foot, turning towards the line and now back. Will drop to Leibador. Top of the defensive third near side. Right foot pass forward on the ground to Kopelman. Kopelman with 2 defenders converging on her, and she'll drive it back to Leibador again. Leibador plays square to Carson. That's going to be taken away now by Carleton. The Knights in their own attacking third with a tough touch passed back outside the attacking third to Vander.
Is trying to get something set up, or just trying to feel out this Carleton defense.
Back to Campbell, ball on the ground ahead, trying to find Shannon. Out of bounds, far side, just across midfield. This will be a throw for Bierkowski.
Yeah, and something to also mention, you know, this field's probably got a lot of rain in it as well from last night and early today.
Yeah, it's definitely going to make for some skipping balls. This one sent into the box and takes a skip into the hands of Barreto. As you mentioned, Isaac, that one almost catching the Wheaton keeper off guard and into the back of the net.
Yeah, what we're seeing now with the ball, long passes, you're seeing a different spin or different skip on the ball. This could also be hindering this Thunder offense, moving the ball downfield.
We're about 4 minutes into the first half here at Joe Bean Stadium. 0-0 is our score. Round of 32, Wheaton College and Carleton College. Toss down the line, trying to find Kopelman. This one played back overhead towards Turner, heads it down to the ground, and then keeps it running towards the far sideline. Turner keeps it in play now, will lose it out of bounds. Throwing for the Thunder. Call is reversed by the center official, and Shannon will take it. Tossed into Kopelman. Right foot trap and drop back to Shannon. Shannon has it on her right foot, moving laterally across the field towards the top of the circle. Plays square to Kishkunis. Steps over and leaves for Leibador. Leibador drops back to Kishkunis, has it on her right foot, has room towards the far side of the field, plays in the air ahead diagonally. That's taken away, knocked back top of the circle, this time Karsten with it. Possessing, plays near side, Kishkunis, and now line, trying to find Leibador upfield. Passed her out of bounds, top of the defensive third near side, throw for Teska and the Knights.
Yeah, Carleton's defense is really pressing the Thunder offense here, giving some hard press plays, so Wheaton's going to have to find a way to counter this.
Played all the way back towards Brait, the freshman sweeper for the Thunder. Played near side for Leibador, looking upfield. Square to Karsten. And cutting it back will drop to Leibador. All the way back now to Brait on the 18. Brait has space and time, carries upfield a bit, has it on her right foot, and gives to Leibador near side. Leibador left foot plays out of bounds. Just rushed a little bit as pressure was coming in the form of Hartman Filson.
Yeah, and one thing about Carleton's offense, on their on Wheaton side of the field, they're pressing the Wheaton defense, trying to create a turnover that could lead to a breakaway.
Middle of the field is going to be Haggerty. Dropped back and cleared away by Milligan. Taken away, though, by the Thunder. Played near side. Stepping, though, is Haggerty, and she wins it for Carleton. Played line. That's going to be past Hartman-Filson and out of bounds. Throw in for the Thunder, top of the defensive third near side. 0-0 is our score. 39 minutes left here in the first half.
You mentioned the wind, Noah, 12 mile an hour, going toward the east, so that's something to know, and 43 degrees, so it's not too cold. It is, the wind makes it a little bit chilly, but it's not too bad.
Here is Orweiler, far side of the pitch, towards the attacking third. This is going to be taken away from her and sent all the way back to the Wheaton defense. Brait with it, ahead on the ground to Karsten, and now looking back across midfield into Wheaton territory, near side to Levedor. Levedor drops to Brait, and this is where you got to look to switch quickly, and she does. Far side for Campbell. Looking back up the line, Campbell with it, still with it on her right foot, looking upfield and plays right foot in the air upfield, off the head of the defense, and then Turner follows up with a win in the air. Stepping is Orweiler on the far side trying to get to it, and it's going to be cleared away from her. Back towards midfield, and Wheaton beginning to possess a little here. Here's Karsten with it on the dribble. Ball on the ground ahead of Kopelman. Kopelman turns, top of the box, moving towards the 18. Nice tackle from Abby Wills. You mentioned the stalwart in that defense, and she clears away on the ground, taken by the Thunder on the far side. Now this is Shannon with it, moving upfield, and she plays towards the corner flag and out of bounds across the end line. Goal kick for Carleton.
Yeah, Carleton's having a pretty historic season here. They won their first MIAC conference crown since 1982. So, you know, they got a lot on the line here. They know the meaning. They know the opportunities they have. And as you said, Noah, earlier, they lost to the Thunder 2 straight years in the NCAA tournament. They definitely don't want to make it 3.
These two teams have a combined total of only 4 losses on the season and 3 ties on the year. 34 wins between the two teams. Throw in far side for Carleton and toss down the line. Stepping is Shannon and Berg. Berg wins it, now moving towards the middle of the field, loses it, and a foul called. Late foul call. That's on Carleton. And this will be a free kick for the Thunder. Nice opportunity far side. And you like to see Kishkunis usually put this right in towards the far post, but you've got the cold as a factor and the wind going against you right now as a factor.
Yeah, but something, you know, Kishkunis has shown all year is her ability to put it right where, you know, her players tend to be. And an interview I had with her, she even said that, you know, she'll kick it, but it's the players that get there. So, you know, you got some tall heads there in Karsten and also Turner. Free kick for Kishkunis, driven low towards the top of the 18, touched away. Stepping is Campbell trying to possess for the Thunder, not able to. In from the attack, Hartman-Filson wins a tackle and then sends ahead to Burke. Cassie Burke possessing and then dropping it off the foot of Kishkunis out of bounds far side, throwing for the Thunder. Throwing for Carleton. Yeah, something, you know, we need to see from the Thunder here in the first half is, you know, that push, which, you know, they had a little bit in that last possession, but they're going to have to try to get something down the wings with Orweiler or Berg.
Here's Haggerty into the attack, plays the ball on the ground forward, and a missed clearance by Campbell is not going to affect the Thunder too much. Out of bounds across the end line for a goal kick.
Yeah, very opportune right there for Campbell. One of those I faked you out kind of moves, but good thing no Carleton offenders were driving toward the box.
Brait plays the goal kick short. Near side to Levedor and then ahead to Shannon. Shannon with a tough touch. And we've noticed this throughout the season, not the tough touch, but the switch of sides. And Shannon and Kishkunis have switched sides here about 10 minutes into the first half. Possessed by Teska and dropped all the way back to the center defense and cleared away by Milligan. Headed right back in towards Carleton territory and then played away by Teska. Played towards the middle of the field, left side of the circle. Stepping is Arakaki, and then it's dropped back top of the circle to Wills, and then played away towards the 18. Kishkunis is there. Touch goes to Kopelman. Still in the defense, back to Kishkunis, clearing towards midfield. Carleton applying pretty good pressure here on the far side. Stepping is Kopelman trying to win it back, not able to. Into the attack is Wills on the far side, moving towards the top corner of the box. Ball sent in towards the box and off the arms of Barreto and into the back of the net. 1-0 Carleton lead. And just a keeper mistake there for the Thunder.
Yeah, and that was a keeper mistake, and Barreto went up with kind of like catching the ball with the football against the chest. And the way the wind is blowing as well could have made her misjudge that, and it popped right out of her chest and right in for an easy goal.
Popped out of her chest off the crossbar, and then finishing it was Hartman Filson, coming in
with her 13th goal in the year.
Wheaton's going to have to come from behind in this one. It's going to be Turner and Kopelman to line up again. And they're going to give this goal to Vanderstay, it looks like. Again, 1-0 Carleton in front off the early goal. Isaac, this is a Carleton team that's just going to fuel them even more.
Yeah, and it wasn't like there was any special thing on that shot, so we've already seen Carleton push and push. Now the Thunder have to come back and push as well with aggressiveness, which we haven't seen yet in the first half.
No, we really haven't seen Berg or Orweiler up top with any room to move upfield towards the end line like they usually enjoy doing. Throwing far side for Campbell and the Thunder, coming up on midfield.
Yeah, but it's not, it's 1-0, and it's only 17 minutes have passed through the game. 33:45 to go. So you got still another half here, the rest of this half and the next half, and I'm sure the Thunder are going to attack. Right now they're trying to find their rhythm.
And they give Vanderstay the assist on the goal, which if that's an assist, I mean, she's basically taking a shot from deep, but the goal does go to Hartman Filson, her 13th of the year. Thrown down the near sideline out of bounds. Carleton throw coming up on midfield.
Yeah, it was tough to see there because, Barreto had a bunch of people around her. That will be the official scoring.
Played back towards the left side of the circle. Clearance off of Turner. And backtracking is Teska towards the near sideline out of bounds throw in for the Thunder.
Yeah, Wheaton's not winning in the midfield. That's where the battle is right now, and they're losing it, with that possession that they can just penetrate. So the battle of the midfield is going on right now, and the Thunder are losing.
Tossed in towards the end line. Berg is there trying to get past Teska. Left foot, ball across the box, trying to find Orweiler, cleared out. Stepping is Kishkunis. Has it on a right foot. Ball in towards the 6 from distance. Nice ball. That's going to run the length of the box out of bounds across the end line. Nobody there running onto it.
Yeah, good idea by Kishkunis. You start with the small steps. Get that penetration, get that shot off or pass. Try to find somebody in the box who got free. But that's one step in the right direction for Wheaton, as Berg did what she usually does, dribbled all the way down to the end line, try to get a left-footed cross.
Goal kick up the middle of the field, skips at midfield, and now will be all the way back to Brait. She's got one on hard. That's Hartman Filson. Plays past her on the ground. Stepping is Leibador and clears away with the left foot towards midfield. Stepping is Orweiler. She turns upfield, leaves for Berg. Right on the center stripe. Berg plays over to space, and that's just going to be two Carleton possession. Bjorkowski plays away with the right foot. This is going to be off the head of Leibador, back into the Wheaton defense. Leibador drops to Brait, and Brait plays away with the left foot on the ground ahead to Kishkunis. Just outside the defensive third, Kishkunis plays towards midfield, trying to find Orweiler. Miscommunication there, and Teska takes it away and plays over left side of the circle, cleared away by Bjorkowski. Stepping is Shannon on the far side, trying to win something. Ball in the air towards the top of the box. Missed clearance by Kishkunis. This is going to be Haggerty with a shot and then taken away by the Thunder D. Kopelman with it sends ahead towards Orweiler. Orweiler trying to get back on it. And a missed clearance here on the other end by Ferran. And then touched ahead by the last man back. That was Milligan. And now a nice ball all the way towards the far side. Corner flag out of bounds. Throwing deep in Thunder territory for Wheaton.
No, I really do think that this turf is playing a little factor into this, as a lot of skips for the pass make it hard to read.
Yeah, you look at that, but both sides have got to be playing with that. And you wonder next half, when Wheaton has the wind at their backs, will they be able to do anything. But you look for the rest of this half, as you mentioned earlier, get back on the scoreboard this half. There's no reason why you can't. And here's Kishkunis into the attacking third right now. 2 defenders in front of her trying to dribble through them. Gets past one, loses it to Teska, though. Cleared away from her, back towards Liebedor. Liebedor has it, plays the near sideline. Kishkunis, ball across the 18 towards Shannon, headed into the box. Orweiler onto it, shot into the outstretched arms of Trinary.
That was a great pass from Kishkunis, a great header from Kopelman to feed Orweiler. But it's one of the things where the goalkeeper came out right away with a great defense right there.
This is going to be right around midfield. Liebedor and Turner going up for it. And then played over towards the near sideline, out of bounds. Carleton throwing. Just ahead of midfield, moving in on the near side. Throw to be taken by Teska. Tossed down the line. Finding Hartman-Filson and losing it out of bounds. Throw in for Carleton. Kishkunis thought it was the Thunders. It's given back to Carleton. Again, follow this game live online at wetn.org and live stats at athletics.wheaton.edu. Throw to be taken by Haggerty. Tossed in. And now back towards the middle of the field. Teska going to find Wills into the attack towards the top of the 18. Drops it off. Then a shot goes off the Thunder and out of bounds. That shot from Bjorkowski, the left back, into the attack, and a corner kick for Carleton. Their first of the evening will be taken from the far side.
Yeah, we're going to see how the wind factors into this lofted shot we saw with Kishkunis' cross.
Played towards the near post. Flick on, goes out of bounds, and we'll have another corner kick. That one off of Kopelman as she was bodying up Hartman-Filson.
Yeah, I just want to finish what I was saying with Kishkunis. You know, when she crossed that ball over, we saw how that the ball just stayed in the air and was lofted.
Near post again, and this time wide of it. Goal kick for the Thunder and a sub for the Thunder. Maddie Allen going to check in for Barreto. Keeper change here in the first half.
And that probably has to do with the little mishap there early with the first goal of the game. So Maddie Allen will have a chance here. But they've both played all year round, so they're both very experienced.
And both have done very well. You look at Barreto, that's only the second goal that she's given up all year. She had a 95.5 save percentage. Both keepers solid options in the back of the net. Unfortunately, the second goal she gives up all year comes here in the national tournament. Wheaton going to have to fight back for her. Ball sent forward to Berg. Top of the attacking third, and she's going to lose this one. Trying to regain possession of it. It's knocked back towards Bjorkowski and cleared away. That wind helping the clearance, as is the skips on the turf. And Allen all the way off her line, plays to Liebedor near sideline. Down the line to Kishkunis. Turns middle of the field, now back towards the line. Cuts back and drops it off of Hartman-Filson and out of bounds. Near side, top of the defensive third, throw for the Thunder.
Yeah, the wind is definitely picking up now because we're having a huge breeze going left to right across your radio dial. And that's in favor for Carleton.
And ball stays inbounds, played towards Karsten, and now square bottom of the circle to Turner. Back to Karsten, and now near side, deflected pass. Tries to find Kishkunis and just cannot. And that's a situation where Turner's got Shannon on the far side, but it's just hard to get it to her because the defender's coming right in that passing lane.
Well, what I was going to say was we usually see Thunder doing a good job all year, able to switch fields on the spot. Today they're not able to go left to right as usual.
This one played off the head of Campbell and out of bounds, far side, another corner kick for Carleton.
Corner kick.
The Thunder D just got to be smart here. No clearances on the ground up the middle or anything like that. Played short, actually, top corner of the box. And this is going to be Bjorkowski, left-footed shot. Excuse me, not Bjorkowski, that was Wills. And then played back far side after it's deflected off the defense. Ball in the air towards the 18. This takes a couple skips, moves out towards the near side of the box, and played away. Throwing now for
Carleton.
Couldn't see it all the way down there.
Yeah, again, Kishkunis was able to defend it out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in again with 25 2:35 left in the first half. Thunder down 1-0.
Played towards the top corner of the box. Hartman Filson plays across and then taken by Turner. Near the top of the box, Carleton in the mix there and finally cleared away by Campbell. Stepping is Kishkunis, and ball goes out of bounds off of Kishkunis as she collides with, I believe that was Haggerty here on the near side. No foul called. Throwing now for the Thunder after it's off of Carleton off the initial throw. Tossed in over the head of Kishkunis towards Berg, and out of bounds off of Berg. Throwing for Carleton. Teska to take it. Top of the attacking third. Thought about throwing square. Thought about down the line. And now she'll go back square. Tossed in to Haggerty. Left foot, Haggerty. Ball on the ground towards the top of the box. And now rotated back. Far side for Vanderstay. Played ahead towards Burke. Corner flag far side. Burke dropped back to Vanderstay. Top of the attacking third. Played square to Bjorkowski. Into the attack. Taken away by Turner moving upfield. Wheaton does not have numbers, but they do have those two in front. Berg and Orweiler not able to find either of them. Taken away by Carleton. Bjorkowski plays square towards the near side. Kishkunis coming in hard, gets there just a step late, and it's knocked all the way back into the Wheaton box. Maddie Allen off her line and collects.
Yeah, usually the Thunder will send that long pass to feed Berg or Orweiler, and the wind is definitely holding up, so they're going to have to get some more under that ball.
Yeah, or you look for those forwards to check back and try to possess up the field, almost post up in a sense, and then allow the midfielders time to catch up with you. This ball played out of bounds far side. Top of the 18, throw far side for the Thunder. Tossed in and now played back in towards Wheaton's box. Stepping is Brait, clears away with her right foot. Towards Shannon on the far sideline, and she gets under one and sends it down the line. This is going to tightrope for a while before rolling out, throwing for the Knights. Coming up on midfield. Toss towards midfield. Shannon is there, pokes away. Stepping is Berg. She's going to lose this one far side to, I believe that was Vanderstay. And touch past Bjorkowski now, far side, out of bounds, off of Bjorkowski. Top of the attacking third for the Thunder, throwing for Kopelman, trying to tie this one up at one. Kopelman tosses in. Knocked right back to Kopelman, has it on her right foot. Trying to cut past her defender and taken away by Vanderstay. Great D, and then played down the line on the ground by Vanderstay, trying to find Burke up top. Touched off of Kopelman and out of bounds, throwing for Carleton. Coming up on midfield far side once again.
Even when Wheaton has it in their attacking third, whenever Carleton will defend it, it goes right to a Carleton offensive player, and they will swing possession back in their favor. That's happened every time so far for Wheaton, so unable to catch any breaks.
This wind playing a huge factor as that through ball just carries all the way across the end line. A goal kick for the Thunder. This is going to be taken by Brait. She's got Liebedor showing short towards the near side. Karsten and Kishkunis upfield as well as Kopelman. Driven low towards Kopelman. Past her and to Orweiler. Runs past Orweiler to Teska. She drops back with the left foot. Cleared away high by Ferran towards midfield. Taken away by the Thunder. Orweiler away on the near side. One defender in front of her, one on her hip. Orweiler still moving in and trying to cut it back to her right foot. Has it taken away from her by Teska. Back in on the tackle is Orweiler, winning from Haggerty. She's got support in the form of Kishkunis. Finds her right foot. Ball in the air towards the top of the 18. Headed away by the Knights. I believe that was Bjorkowski in on the header. All the way back towards Brait, who plays towards the far side, trying to get Campbell into the attack. Campbell touches this one out of bounds, far side, throwing for the Knights.
Yeah, the Knights defense certainly keeping Wheaton in check this half with 21:10 to go, and so far they've had that one opportunity off Kopelman's header to Orweiler, but that's been it. Far side throwing for the Thunder. Shannon to take it. Looking upfield. Shannon tosses down the line, trying to find Kopelman. And it's knocked back towards Shannon. She plays ahead and then cleared away by the Knights. Wheaton territory. Coming up on midfield, far side throw in for Campbell.
Wheaton trailing 1-0. 20.5 minutes left here in the first half. Carleton scoring a goal on Barreto. Only the second goal Barreto has allowed so far this year. Played to Kishkunis, sent forward. Flick-on header from Orweiler towards the top of the box. Touchback towards Orweiler and cuts back past one defender. Looking towards the near side is Orweiler, moving laterally across the field, now cutting upfield a little bit. Ball in the air towards the box and into the hands of Trinary.
Good idea from Orweiler. Just not enough movement there, and something the Thunder are going to have to keep doing. Don't give that up. One of those are going to break through.
This is going to be Shannon with it on the, basically on the bottom of the circle, taken away now by the Knights. Haggerty stepping, defended by Kishkunis, and Haggerty drops back to Teska, the right back into the attack. Very similar attacking styles in the sense that you see Carleton's outside backs moving up into the attack, and a shot going to be into the, actually off the hands of Matty Allen and then collected. That one put on frame by Arakaki.
Seems like that ball's hard to grip today. Luckily Carleton was retreating off the shot, so very fortunate for Wheaton.
Right around midfield. Played square to the right side of the circle for Haggerty and drop back to Teska. Dribbled up across midfield, and Teska sends it ahead on the ground. Taken away by Kopelman. Moving up towards midfield, ball on her left foot. She'll drop back to Kishkunis, and immediately one-time right foot forward off of Teska and then collected by Berg. Back to Kopelman, and now Kishkunis at the center stripe. Near side, ball in the air trying to find Orweiler up top. That's headed away easily by Ferran, and then back towards the bottom of Wheaton's circle. Campbell collects it with her foot and plays in step to Liebedor on the near side. Now line to Kishkunis, back to Liebedor. Drop back to Brait. Has time. Plays on the ground to Campbell. Campbell turns far sideline. Stepping is Hartman Filson. And Campbell finds Shannon. Now drop back to Brait. You look to swing towards the near side if you can. Ahead to Karsten now. Karsten back towards the far side and finds Shannon on the line. Wheaton still in their own territory. Shannon dribbling with it, right side of the circle. Plays square to Liebedor and just past her. That turf is fast this evening, especially when you're going with the wind and the wetness. Here's Kopelman. Ball on her right foot, up the left side of the circle to Turner, and now near sideline for Kishkunis. Has Berg in front of her. Berg wants to run towards the middle of the field. Kishkunis cuts towards the middle of the field. Ball on her right foot, and drop back top of the circle to Karsten, now near side for Liebedor. Ahead again to Kishkunis. Wheaton possessing terrifically well here, just trying to move in towards the attacking third of the field. Switch far side now for Shannon. Shannon going to send Campbell into the attack. Campbell moving towards the end line and touched too far out in front of her. Attack is over. Goal kick for Carleton.
And Nikki Tomita will enter.
Number 10, Nikki Tomita.
She will enter for number 16, Hartman Filson. So Tomita was named the most valuable player this year in her conference. One thing to note there, as you mentioned, Wheaton did possess the ball very well there, even though they were constantly pressured. The key was they kept possession of the ball. They kept moving it slowly and slowly. That's what they're going to have to do for the rest of the first half.
Ahead to Orweiler off the goal kick. Orweiler turning upfield, leaves for Berg. Berg moving in towards the top of the 18, plays on the ground in towards Kopelman. Kopelman has it top corner of the box, far side, moving in towards the end line and goes down. No foul call, and keeper keeps it from going out of bounds. This is going to be Trinary to play away. Punts away. This one carries deep towards the bottom of Wheaton's circle, played away by Karsten. And now Carleton touching towards the far sideline and out of bounds. Throwing for the Thunder, trailing 1-0 with 16:20 left here in the first half. Kopelman going to have this touched away from her towards Karsten. Moving towards the right side of the circle. Karsten, defender on her back. That is Tomita. And then played back to Campbell and now to Karsten. That frees her up. Played square to Liebedor. She's got space towards the near side and finds Kishkunis. Kishkunis step over the ball. Ball on her left foot, moving upfield, cuts back towards the middle of the field, now stops the ball with the top of her foot, and now tries to send Orweiler towards the top corner of the box near side, cleared away to Burke. Burke drops back, and a high clearance in the air, all the way back towards Brait. Touches one time, right side of the circle for Shannon, played square to Karsten, and Wheaton definitely with a different mentality than they had earlier in the game, finally spacing well and, as you mentioned, trying to win that midfield battle. Send down the near side, trying to find Orweiler, and it's going to be knocked off of Orweiler. Keeping it in play, Orweiler moving top corner of the box, near side, played on the ground towards the center of the box. Berg has it, right foot shot into the diving hands of Trinary.
Berg had a great chance there, kind of finessed it a little bit, started right to left movement, right into the goalkeeper's hands. But that was a great opportunity all around for the Thunder. Started with Orweiler and keeping with that ball. Great job.
Played ahead on the ground, trying to find Berg. Kopelman in on a tackle. This is going to be touched away from her and cleared away by the Knights. Into the circle for Burke. Burke possessing at the center stripe. Played square near side for Teska. Teska ahead on the ground, trying to find Tomita up top. Campbell trying to shield. And does. Foul called on Tomita as she knocks Campbell over, and this will be...
for Carleton, number 22.
They're just going to give Wheaton a goal kick.
Carleton, for number 6.
As the subs come in.
And number 23, Annika Ord, for number 15,
Annika Ord.
Sarah Hagerty.
And also...
Heading for Wheaton, number 21, Hillary Quinn, for number 23, Ann Turner.
I think it was Shapiro came in too for the Knights.
Shapiro and Carlson.
Yes. And then for the Thunder, checking in with Hillary Quinn.
Quinn trying to catch up with Carlson in the middle of the field. It's going to be played away by Carlson. Now she gets it back off the clearance. Carlson plays into the box. Stepping is Karsten, plays away. Finds Kopelman. Far side. Kopelman meeting the foot of Wills, and Wills trying to come away with it. Not able to. Touched ahead now towards Orweiler. Orweiler trying to possess with Berg, and her first touch just too far out in front. Taken away by Bjorkowski. Out of bounds off Bjorkowski, far side, throwing for the Thunder. Into Berg, and out of bounds off of Carleton. Another throw for Wheaton. Moving up towards the attacking third of the field. This is where you like to see your outside backs fill space. And Leibador, the left back right now, will step up towards the attack. Corner flag. This is Orweiler with it. Cuts back to her right foot, moving towards the end line, plays across the box and headed away by Bjorkowski. Back towards Kopelman. Kopelman halfway up the box, end line, right foot across the box into the hands of Trinary.
Yeah, if it just got a little bit higher, Kishkunis would have just finished it home. But you really like the Thunder being more aggressive here, possessing the ball more, working it slowly, not trying to get too much.
Carlson, ball in the air towards the top of the box, headed away by Brait. To Quinn, tough first touch, and this all the way back towards Leibador, plays away on the ground to Campbell. 12.5 left here in the first half. Wheaton trails Carleton College here in the round of 32, score of 1-0. Here's Shannon, far side, plays square to Karsten. Karsten looks towards the near side and gives to Leibador. Leibador turning upfield, drops back to Brait, has it on her right foot. Wheaton wants to be intentional about possessing, and Brait plays on the ground far side to Campbell. Campbell plays upfield, trying to find Shannon on the far side, too far out in front, cleared away from her and out of bounds on that far side. Throwing for the Thunder just outside their defensive third.
Val Lilly and Esther Tan will enter in for the Thunder, and Sarah Ferrari will be in for Vanderstay, and Kopelman will check out, same thing with Campbell. So a little switcheroo going on for the Thunder here, 11:45 to go in the first half. Kopelman almost had that great flick-on header pass to Orweiler, but it just didn't go.
Far side, this is going to be Quinn with it. On her right foot, she goes down. No call, and Carleton comes away with it. Played in towards the center stripe. Stepping is Carrie Shannon. Turns upfield. Shannon plays right foot ahead towards Orweiler. Headed away from her to the foot of Arakaki. Far side now to Bjorkowski. Bjorkowski left foot down the line. Stepping is Karsten, and she plays in the air towards midfield. Taken away by Carleton, cleared away by Bjorkowski down the far sideline, and Esther Tan watches this run out of bounds just ahead of their own 18, far sideline throw for the Thunder. A little less than 11 minutes left here in the first half. Wheaton trails 1-0. Far side, this is Lilly with it, just checked into the game, moving upfield, touched too far out in front, and cleared out of bounds by Carleton. Tan tosses into Quinn. Flick on header to herself, moving upfield. And it's going to be taken away, and then dropped back by Carleton, cleared away into Wheaton territory. Flick on header goes back towards Brait, and she'll leave it for Maddie Allen.
Yeah, Carleton's very fortunate to have this win. You know, any clearance ball is going to just carry for them, and that's really disrupting any chance of a, you know, pickup from the Thunder at midfield.
Ball in the air by Shannon. Wynn knocks it down, and it's going to be headed away by Ferran. And back now towards Karsten. Near side to Kishkunis. Turning and hits Liebedor on an overlapping run, and then Liebedor will drop it all the way back to Brait. Brait with a little bit of time. Has room back towards the near side if she wants it. Goes far side for Tan instead. Turning down the far sideline. Still in Wheaton territory, just outside the defensive third. Right football in the air, ahead to Orweiler. Flick on header, trying to keep herself running down that side. Milligan steps, though, and cleared away by Bierkowski. Clearance goes past Tan, all the way back towards the Wheaton 18, and collected far corner by Brait. Played on the ground to the top of the 18, and then near sideline for Kishkunis. Right foot of Kishkunis in the air, trying to send Berg up top, and it's headed out of bounds by Teska. In the second half, Isaac, that's a ball that's going to have Wheaton in towards the end line.
Yeah, you're going to see Berg and Orweiler really step through there. It's going to be a different half, I really believe. But they can still break through here. They're pressing.
Liebedor with it. Got to be intentional about playing on the ground. Liebedor plays forward. That's going to be collected by Bierkowski and played away. Stepping is Brait, gets a foot on it. Back towards Tan, heads it forward. Carlson is there, though, battling with Shannon, and Carlson will drop it back towards Wills, who plays square across the top of the circle towards the far side, finding Bierkowski into the attack from the left-back position. Bierkowski stepping is Karsten, and Bierkowski just sends this out of bounds across the end line. Miscommunication there, obviously. Goal kick for the Thunder.
And Carlson's able to switch fields. What switching fields does, it will create a lot of room for either the left back or the left midfielder to have a lot of room to work it down and maybe get across all the way to the end line. And then you get the whole defense, you know, shifting. So it can create some miscommunication and some openings.
Kishkunis left foot trying to send Orweiler up top and just couldn't get around on it, out of bounds. Throwing for the Knights. Taken by Teska to Carlson. Stepping is Liebedor. Touches towards the middle of the field. Finds Quinn. Quinn cuts it back past two defenders and sends the ball upfield off the back of Arakaki in the right spot at the right time, and Ferrari takes it away. Play to Arakaki. Stepping as Orweiler gets in on the tackle, then is knocked down. No call advantage. Wheaton moving forward and then taken away. Back towards Kishkunis, and a high ball in the air trying to switch field far side. Stepping is Quinn and Shannon. Shannon gets to it, and a foul called on Quinn. That's a tough one. Free kick for Carleton.
Yeah, I really didn't even see, was just a little too aggressive there. So with this wind, you could probably send it into the box from here.
Just about. They put it right towards the 18, and it skips into the box, and 3 hops, the last 2 being right next to each other, right into the arms of Maddie Allen. Allen punts away. Wynn knocks it down to the bottom of the circle. Stepping is Karsten. Plays away with the right foot. Shannon trying to win it in the air, trying to move around her defender. Not able to, and it's back towards Wills on the far side, who keeps it moving to Bierkowski. Wills is knocked down, and that'll be a free kick for Carleton. 6.5 left here in the first half. 1-0 Carleton in front. Shot totals right now 5 for the Knights, 2 for the Thunder.
Yeah, this wind is really disrupting the flow of those long passes for Wheaton.
This will be a goal kick for the Thunder.
And it's harder to really get through balls on low liners, you know, especially against the tough Carleton defense. They've done very well containing the Thunder in the first half. And Wheaton's really been in an unfamiliar position of really defending, you know, on their half of the field a lot. And losing the battle in midfield, something they're not really accustomed to.
Berg sends Lilly down the far sideline. Lilly has Orweiler in front of her. Lilly right foot sends Orweiler towards the end line. Orweiler, defender in front of her, cuts it back, trying to find Lilly. touched away by the defense. Orweiler with it in the box, plays left foot across the box, past everybody, even the keeper and the last defender, and then cleared away out of bounds near sideline, throwing for Wheaton.
You had Turner there and Shannon.
Ball into Shannon off the throw, touched away towards just outside the 18. Quinn stepping, has it on her right foot, dropped to Shannon. Shannon, right foot in towards the 18, dribbles past a couple defenders and loses it to a third. And at that distance, you're going to have players converging on you pretty fast. Here's Tan. Ball on the ground ahead towards Berg. And Berg trying to muscle through a defender on that far side and does, in towards the end line, but out of bounds. Actually, she keeps it in, and now out of bounds. It will be a throw-in instead of a goal kick, though, for the Knights. Far side near the corner flag. Wheaton just needs to try to pin them in here and regain possession.
I mean, Berg's hustle there, instead of starting the ball here probably around midfield, Thunder will have all their offensive players on Carleton's half.
Clearance goes towards Shannon on the far side, and she goes far sideline for Tan, ahead on the ground to Lily. Turning. Lily plays it off the defense, back towards Karsten, who tries to send Lily in the air towards that far sideline, out of bounds. Throwing for the Knights.
With about 4 minutes to play in the first half, Wheaton definitely changed mindset from the first 20 minutes. They've been doing a lot better getting penetration.
And a whistle here, as I believe there were 2 balls on the field. And sometimes you'll see a drop ball in this situation. It was Carleton possession, I believe. And it looks like perhaps just going to drop ball, and then Lily will kick it back to their keeper. Actually just gives it right to their defense, and will play from here. Touched ahead on the ground towards Tomita. And now far side, moving over towards the near side. Stepping is Kishkunisson hard on a tackle and knocked out of bounds off of Teska, and that's the right call, I believe.
The right call. That is the right call.
And the center official going to back up Kishkunis a little bit. She went in hard on the tackle, and the ball did glance off of Teska's foot. Throwing over the head of Teska off the bounce, and Orweiler trying to win it, not able to. Kishkunis is there, sends towards the end line. Nice ball towards the end line. Orweiler trying to catch up with it and just cannot. Goal kick for Carleton.
But Wheaton definitely pressing here in the last 20 minutes. This will be good momentum going into the second half, especially since they're going to have the win to their advantage. But with 2.5 to play in the first half, Wheaton could get one to go here before halftime.
Goal kick towards midfield. Shannon wins it. Nice header forward. Trying to find Berg and does, top of the circle. Drop back. Center stripe. Karsten plays away on the ground, top of the circle for Quinn, and just loses it. Taken away now and played forward towards the Wheaton 18. This is Brait all the way back on it, and she's going to watch this run all the way to her own end line and out of bounds. And Wheaton will choose to play away with the goal kick with 2 minutes left in the first half, trailing 1-0 in the second round of the national tournament. Brait, right foot, plays away in the air. Nice kick against this wind. Stepping is Shannon. Gets to it with the head and plays Kishkunis. Left foot now driven down the line, trying to send Orweiler, and does. Orweiler trying to cut back to her right foot, taken away by Teska, and then played square and cleared away. Good D by Teska. Shannon's right there, wins it in the air. Top of the 18, this is Berg. Loses it towards the middle of the field and cleared away towards Tomita. Tomita dropped back to Carlson and then played over far side. Shielding is Lily. Out of bounds, throwing for the Thunder just shy in midfield, coming up on 60 seconds to play in the first half, trailing 1-0.
They did have Orweiler there. That's the right idea, but that wind did knock the ball down. Orweiler would have an easy, kind of breakaway chance down the left side if she got it.
Touched ahead to Tomita.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Taken away by Tan for a moment. Now Tomita regains possession, sends down the far sideline, and cleared away by the Thunder. Here's Orweiler turning. She has Berg in front of her. And also streaking upfield, Shannon. Oh. And Orweiler goes down hard.
That should be a yellow card right there.
You would think so. Orweiler touching it past her defender, and then defender going in hard with the shoulder on Orweiler. No yellow card
called. That's uncalled for, really. I mean, Orweiler had a chance for a breakaway, but Kishkunis will have an opportunity to put it in the box here with 20 seconds.
Right foot, Wheaton trying to tie it up into the box. Quinn touches it just off the crossbar, and then finish. Wheaton ties it up in the last 20 seconds here in the first half.
That wind held the ball up just enough to hit the crossbar, bounces back toward the Thunder offensive player. We'll tell you who scored that goal in a second. We don't know. It was a big party in there. Scored the goal. Thunder tie it 1-1 right before halftime.
And the goal is given to Orweiler.
And she deserves it.
If there is an assist, if there was an assist on Carleton's first goal, the assist on this one should probably go to Quinn off the missed shot, because that's what we saw on Carleton's first goal. And they'll send one into the box trying to get it back immediately. And this is going to be Maddie Allen with it.
10,
punting away
9,
with 10 seconds left.
8, 7,
and Isaac, huge goal going into halftime for the Thunder, knotting this up at 1 in the second round of the national tournament.
And that's something, you know, I was talking about earlier. They were kept attacking, and that paid off. Even with this wind, able to get one bounce to go their way, tie the game up. They got the momentum going into halftime and the win, something that Carleton's got to battle with.
And we're going to have some halftime statistics. Right now, actually, for halftime, we're going to be joined by President Wheaton, and we're going to hand Isaac's headset over to him, and current president of Wheaton College, former WETN alum, and Dr. Wheaton, good to have you on the air this evening.
Yeah, it's good to be here. No, I've never done soccer before, so it's very exciting to be with you at halftime, and great first half of play. Very exciting NCAA Division III playoff action.
Now, you were here a little bit last night when the Thunder took down Lawrence 3-0, and playing a better team this evening. Again, you advance each round, you expect to play better teams. For Carleton College coming out in the first half, using the wind to their advantage, it was tough for Wheaton to get anything going a little bit early here.
You know,
Kopelman on the right to start, and Orweiler and Berg up top. It's going to be Carleton ball as we get underway. Wheaton moving left to right on your radio dial. Again, watch live online at WETN.org and follow the game's live stats at athletics.wheaton.edu. Touched into Hartman Filson. She moves into the attacking third immediately with the dribble. Defended by Shannon. Ball sent towards the end line. Stepping is Brait, has it on her right foot and clears up field. Off of Bjorkowski and out of bounds, and you can already see the pace that was on that ball thanks to the wind. Throw in from Kopelman to Orweiler, trying to send to Berg, and a high clearance is knocked down by that wind and then touched towards midfield. Stepping is Carson, trying to win it for the Thunder, not able to. Coming into possession of it is Berg, and she drops off near side. Sent forward to Vanderstee, and Kopelman knocks it off of Vanderstee out of bounds. Vanderstee trying to sell that one for a night throw to no avail.
Yeah, we don't see the ball. The passes from Carleton are dying, not getting that good long passes they were in the first half.
Long throw from Kopelman down the near sideline. This will be knocked out of bounds by Milligan, not wanting Orweiler to have a chance to bring it down on her foot. Throwing for the Thunder near side. Attacking third of the field, this one to be taken by Kopelman. Shannon checks in towards the side of the box. Kopelman backs up, looking for a deep throw, tosses in towards Shannon, and that's going to be off the head of Arakaki. Shannon in on the tackle and knocks a player down. Free kick for Carleton.
That was a good call there by the official. Shannon definitely used much of her body to shield the player, but this free kick taken will not carry as it did in the first half.
Oh, it's knocked down before midfield. Kopelman wins it, gets ahead to Berg. Berg turning near sideline, sending Orweiler on the ground. Orweiler moving in towards the corner flag. Orweiler in towards the end line, has it on her right foot, looking to play back across the box, does on the ground. That's off the defense and then cleared away towards the side of the box, back towards Orweiler. Orweiler into the box, left foot, shot, wide left.
Just wide left. Didn't get the hook into the upper 90, but you like the Thunder attack already in the second half. A lot different than it came out in the first half. A lot more aggressive, trying to get the ball in the box. Good shot by Orweiler.
This will be a goal kick to be taken by Megan Milligan, senior defender. This is going to be tough. You've got the wind going against you. You really got to win this ball in the midfield. Milligan driven low up the middle of the field, touched by Berg, and then won by Wills. Wills plays ahead, and it's going to be knocked back towards Teska on the far side. Teska, the right back, plays right foot ahead. That's off of Quinn over towards the far side, and Teska follows it up with a clearance on the ground into Wheaton territory. Braid has it on her right foot. Plays near side for Kopelman. Touch head to Campbell. Taken away now by Wills. Sent into Wheaton's box, and Allen off her line collects.
Good job by Allen to come read that ball right away. Even though that wind made it die down, she did a great job.
Far side, Kishkunis with it, towing that line and moving down it quickly. Kishkunis into the attacking third, has it on her right foot. Plays square to Shannon. Shannon has it on her right foot, and she'll play all the way over near side, trying to find Campbell, trying to keep this in on the near side, and does. The freshman plays line for Kopelman, turning down the line and playing it past her defender, and then is bodied off the ball by Bierkowski, and now winning it back. Kopelman plays back across the box, off the hands of the keeper, and cleared away by the defense. Big foot clearance. Goes all the way up towards Burke. One touch with the left foot. Finds Hartman-Filson moving up the near sideline into the attacking third. Campbell trying to retreat to catch up with her, and does, and wins the tackle. Finds Karsten, and Karsten with Hartman-Filson on her hip, plays away to Kopelman, and then sending Orweiler towards the end line. Orweiler, ball on her right foot, end line, taking it in towards the near post, past one defender, past two defenders with the pass, and then cleared away by Teska, out of bounds, near side throwing for the Thunder.
So far, tale of two halves so far. Thunder are the ones attacking now. Carleton not in the position they want to be. And that last opportunity for Wheaton. Orweiler doing a great job now sprinting down the field.
1-1 is our score. We are 4.5 minutes into the second half. Here's Berg. Just outside the 18. Leaves for Shannon. Has it touched away from her. Berg is there, though. Controls and drop back to Karsten. Karsten has it on her right foot, dropped all the way back to Campbell. Campbell sets up her right foot, plays on the ground ahead to Shannon, and pokes near sideline for Kopelman. Halfway up the box, right foot, ball in the air across the box, into the hands of Trinary.
You know, and the Thunder have had pretty much the possession for all 5 minutes so far in the second half. Something great, something a lot different, and something you got to be happy about.
Far side, this is going to be Burke with it. Played square. Now touched ahead to Arakaki and then moved over to Wills. Wills has it on her right foot and drops it back to Bierkowski. Left foot ball in the air, won by Kopelman. Headed upfield, Bierkowski stepping, controls with thigh, and then plays away past Campbell towards the end line. Campbell trying to shield out of bounds, and she will. Goal kick for the Thunder. 39.5 left in regulation, all tied up at 1.
And now you're going to be able to control this ball past midfield with Braid's strong right-legged boot.
Goal kick played forward. Foul called on Kopelman.
Against Wills. Wills is definitely a great player. She's shown it all night tonight as a defender. Able to post her big body against any Kopelman, Orweiler, Berg. She's done a great job.
Free kick played short. Streaking in is Orweiler, winning the tackle all the way from up top and clearing away down the near sideline. This ball will stay in and keep running into Knight territory. Sprinting onto it is Berg, and just cleared out of bounds by Milligan. Second time she's done that this half. Kopelman to take the throw ahead of midfield. Kopelman looking down the line, toss down the line, good toss, trying to find Berg, but just tailing away from her, out of bounds. This will be a rethrow, as they're going to say it never went in. Tossed in square to Shannon. Cutting back towards the top of the circle, finds Liebedor. Nice first touch from Liebedor. Now ahead on the ground to Kishkunis. Shot off the defense. And then headed away by Arakaki, far side. This is Karsten. Gives to Liebedor, far sideline, trying to cut back past Haggerty, not able to and taken away. Cleared down the far sideline off Kishkunis to Karsten, right back to Kishkunis. Touched ahead, Orweiler, coming back to possess a little bit. Orweiler goes far sideline, Kishkunis. Drop back to Karsten. Karsten goes top of the circle for Quinn, looking to switch play towards the near side. Ball in the air towards the near corner flag. And this outpaces everybody out of bounds goal kick.
Carleton definitely wanting to pressure this offense and get the possession going their way on their half of the field. But Wheaton showing that win did play a major factor. And also that halftime little prep talk, probably worked on some things, try to create more opportunities for the offense.
This is going to be back towards Bjorkowski. She plays square across the field to Teska. Teska has it on her right foot, clears upfield. Off of the foot of Burke, back towards the far sideline for Haggerty. Haggerty dropped back and touched forward now. Tough touch from Ferran. Stepping is Shannon trying to win it. Shannon goes down, and a foul is called on, I believe that's going to be called on Wills. Free kick for the Thunder, and look out. Here comes the big right foot of Amanda Brate, unless Kishkunis calls her off it.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Kishkunis here. With that win, she can place it right in the box. She's shown all year the leading assist leader for the Thunder. Actually, it will be Brate calling off Kishkunis. Brate could probably sail it over the crossbars.
Brate can put this one on frame. She drives it into the box. Quinn, flick on header, just wide right. Header back to the goal and redirected it pretty well. Just missed that near side post.
Brate did a great job getting that ball in the box. Quinn got up, back-headed flick, didn't get there. But so far, Thunder pressing, and this is a good feeling if you're our Wheaton.
Played in the air towards midfield. Karsten wins it, heads it over towards Teska, who plays away with the right foot. Quinn wins in the air, and then back towards Quinn, wins in the air again. Far side, Teska, stepping as Kishkunis, knocked out of bounds off of Teska, throwing for the Thunder up across midfield on the far side. Liebedor to take it. Goes into Berg. Drop back to Karsten, and now far sideline Liebedor. Moving down the far sideline, finds Berg upfield. Top of the attacking third, Berg plays square across the field, and that's touched away by Vanderstay. Stepping are the Thunder, trying to win it back quickly, and it's ahead to Burke, and now drop back to Vanderstay. Vanderstay moving upfield, Shannon catching up with her. Vanderstay ball on the ground into Burke. Towards the end line, Campbell trying to catch up with her. Burke past Campbell, and Brate clears away. Towards midfield. Orweiler almost picked that one off the foot of Bjorkowski, now cleared away back in towards Hartman-Filson, and cleared away by Karsten. Right up the middle of the field, headed away. Wheaton territory. Kopelman plays in the air to Orweiler. Flick on header, trying to find Bergen towards the top of the 18, but Trinary off her line will collect.
Yeah, Wheaton now can clear the ball with ease. As any, in the first half when they're trying to clear that ball would barely make it to midfield, if that. Now they're clearing the ball, and that ball's skipping. So good clearance for Wheaton so far with 34-25 left in the second half. Tie game, 1-1.
Vanderstay plays the ball in towards Wheaton's box, and Maddie Allen will collect with ease. Get ready to punt away. You saw the punt of Carleton carry in the first half. We'll see him carry a bit for the Thunder here. Although the wind has died down just a little bit. This one comes down around midfield, and it's possessed by Wills. Played over towards the far side. Hartman-Filson moving in towards the top of the box. Nice tackle by Liebedor out of bounds, far side throw for Carleton.
Yeah, Liebedor did a great job with her left foot, knocking it away from Filson there, and just knocked it out of bounds. So Thunder doing a good job defensively as well.
Ball played towards the top of the 18, cleared away by Liebedor. Now back in towards the 18. Quinn has it. Quinn plays left foot forward. That's going to be taken by Teska, driven on the ground towards the top of the box. And Brate traps it and plays far side for Liebedor. The left back, left foot, goes upfield off the ground by Arakaki. And then ball played in the air towards the top of the box. Missed clearance, and Brate is right there to follow it up. Towards the near side of midfield. Carleton applying their best pressure here in the second half. throwing for Bierkowski. Thrown in towards the left side of the circle. Played square across the circle, and Teska moves in towards the attack. Teska plays on the ground. This is Kishkunis with it. She'll just clear away. Ahead towards Berg. And this is going to roll all the way back into the box and collected by Trineri. There you see the wind. Yeah, Wheaton's going to be using that wind sooner or later with Berg and Orweiler with great speed. They're going to penetrate quick. And a foul on the far side as Kishkunis goes down. This will be a free kick for the Thunder. And Brait wants to take it, which is fine as Kishkunis has got a good foot. This just outside the attacking third, though. Brait trying to help the Thunder take the lead here.
Yeah, hope to get another one of those nice floating balls into the box off a header.
Driven high into the box and skipping past everybody. Quinn went for it in the air, and I believe Shannon slowed up a little bit, also trying to win it in the air.
Esther Tan will check in the game for Megan Campbell.
But again, nobody really crashing that far post. And that skip of the ball sent it quickly out of bounds. 31 and a half minutes left here in the second half. 1-1 is our score. Kopelman to take a throw on the near sideline. Top of the attacking third. She's got Berg in front of her. Shannon square and goes forwards towards Orweiler. Orweiler trying to possess for the Thunder, out of bounds. Throwing for Wheaton, taken quickly by Orweiler into Kopelman. Ball in the air over towards the far side of the box. Kishkunis over to it. Left foot plays back across the box. Shannon volleyed into the net. A goal! Give me that carry, Shannon. 2-1 Wheaton.
Great job by Caitlin Kishkunis with a great cross. Shannon was right there in front of the net. All she had to do was kick it over the goalkeeper. 2-1 Wheaton lead.
Talk about right place at the right time. Talk about the right foot back of the net.
Wheaton is doing the right things here in the second half. Carleton unable to get the offense going. A big goal from Shannon, 2-1, 31:03 to go. In the second half, the fans are excited now.
Hartman Filson dropped back, and they got to try to find her up top again.
Carrie Shannon. Phone number 4, Caitlin Kishkunis.
And in case you're listening in the car and you might be going somewhere and you got that nice BlackBerry or smartphone, you can also go to the athletics.wheaton page and click live stats. They do have a mobile program for this, so you can watch or see the game live.
There's Orweiler in towards the end line. Orweiler into the box, touched off of Orweiler and out of bounds. Goal kick. And Jamie a little bit slow to get up on that far side, but probably just because she did take that tumble. And it looks like she is okay, just trying to test out her legs there. And she'll walk off her limp. Played forward. Wheaton wins it off the goal kick. Kopelman with it. Near side, cuts back past one defender, top corner of the box, near side, played on the ground, off the defense. And cleared away by Bierkowski. Stepping is Esther Tan, trying to win it, not able to. Tan checked in for Campbell after that go-ahead goal. This one ahead towards Burke, trying to get in past Brait. And she's in past Brait towards the near post. Burke, shot blocked by Allen. Terrific diving save, keeping the lead.
Great save by Allen, guarding that post.
Here's Berg, up across midfield, sends Orweiler. Orweiler sprinting, trying to keep this one in the wind. And the prone to skip turf after this rain last night and this morning carries it out of bounds.
And Ika Ord will enter in for the Knights. Checking out is number 15, Sarah Haggerty.
That goal from Shannon was her second of the year.
And a very important second goal.
Better believe it. Kishkunis collects her 15th assist of the year, and earlier in the game, Orweiler picked up her 16th goal of the year. Here's Shannon. for the Thunder. Pass out of bounds off of Carleton, throw in near side. 28:38 left in regulation. Wheaton leads 2-1 here in the second half of the second round of the national tournament. Tossed in down the sideline, out of bounds off Orweiler, throwing for Carleton, in towards Ord, who had just checked into the game. Knocked out of bounds by Kopelman, another throw for the Knights. Tossed in, stepping is Kopelman, wins it one time to Orweiler. Orweiler moving laterally across the field, ball on the ground is taken away. Back towards Kishkunis, who sends one into the box. This will take a hop over the head of the keeper, who makes a diving save to knock it out of bounds for a Wheaton corner.
That wind did make a difference there, just like in the first half off the first goal for Carleton and their only goal. Barreto misread the ball and almost there. Goalkeeper almost misread that, so Thunder will get a corner kick here.
Touch short, now Kishkunis plays across the box. Off the hands of the keeper and touched away, touched back of the net. That one to Carrie Shannon again. Second goal of the game. Wheaton leads by 2.
Shannon once again got the bounce right to her feet, put it in the back of the net. 3-1.
For number 5, Jamie Orweiler.
So the Thunder getting that momentum carried over from the end of the first half. That's what we're talking about, 3-1. Thunder lead. Danny DeLeon will enter the game for Orweiler, the CCIW Player of the Year.
Shannon from Quinn.
They're going to give the assist to Quinn on that one. She picks up her first assist of the year, and again, the third goal of the year for Shannon, the second in the game. Again, in the right spot at the right time, and with the mindset to put that one away. A nice ball towards Burke as they have moved her up top now. Probably their best option up front, as she's got the most speed and a terrific touch. Wheaton's going to have to make sure to mark her. She got away towards the near post. Allen came up with a big save.
Yeah, you want to be careful here, even though you got that 3-1 lead. We know that this Carleton team will fight back. They try to persevere each game, and they did in their final in their conference tournament, and they did against Augustana last night.
Touch head towards DeLeon. DeLeon has it in Wheaton territory. Sprinting forward, and it's going to be shielded out of bounds away from her. Throw in for the Knights. 26:40 left in the game. Wheaton in front 3-1. It was 1-1 at halftime. And Carrie Shannon connecting on a couple here in the second half. Touch forward on the far side. Liebador leaves for break, clearing away with the left foot. This one will take a hop past the defense. Past Ferran on the far side. And all the way halfway up the box. This will be touched out of bounds by Ferran, throwing for the Thunder halfway up the box.
Yeah, that was started all the way at Wheaton's 18. So we're seeing the ball carry a lot.
This one touched away by Carleton. It'll be a throw for the Thunder right near the corner flag, far side. Kishkunis to take it. Goes in towards the side of the box for Shannon. Touched away from her. Quinn gets it. Touches it towards the 6, and the keeper, Trinary, wins it right before Berg can get there. Punted away. Karsten gets a foot on it. Back in towards the Carleton defense, and now touched back into Wheaton territory. Possessed by the Thunder. Karsten, touch ahead to DeLeon and knocked out of bounds off of DeLeon. Far side, coming up on midfield, throw for the Knights.
It's getting colder out as well. The wind not helping things. Still is breezy. It's not a little bit breezier than the start of the second half. As the Thunder continue to apply pressure at midfield against the Knights.
This one played all the way back towards Brait. She keeps it moving to Tan, who plays it in the air towards the bottom of the circle. Quinn trying to get in on a header, not able to. Shannon does, and it's knocked back towards Arakaki, and now touched over towards the near side. Stepping is Tan, gets a foot on it, and now Shannon will follow it up, trapping it and playing it towards the bottom of the circle in the air. Stepping is Karsten, wins it with the right foot, and is tripped up around midfield. Advantage is called. Berg keeps it moving upfield. 3-on-4, plays near side Kopelman. Kopelman has it right foot, moving in towards the 18. Man on her hip and in front of her. Kopelman moves towards the end line, plays back across the box, off the defense and cleared away. Shannon is there to keep it in the attacking third. Right foot, ball in the air, to the middle of the box, headed down by the defense and cleared away off the near sideline, throwing for the Thunder.
Yeah, Carleton doesn't want any of this. They're just going to try to get that ball out of the box.
Tossed in to Shannon, near side of the box. Dropped to DeLeon. Right foot, and DeLeon was offside.
Offside.
Tough position for us to tell.
You see that often, though, when the throw-in is taken, no offsides on the throw-in, and then one of those players just gets caught as the defense steps. Out of bounds near side, this will be a throw for the Thunder. Tossed in by Tan to DeLeon. Nice turn upfield, trying to move past Bierkowski, and Bierkowski back in on the tackle, wins it for the Knights, and now it's kept moving over towards the far side for Teska. Teska has it on her right foot, moving up the right side of the circle. Quinn in front of her, plays past Quinn towards Tan. Nice step by the defense, and now ahead on the ground to Quinn. She's going to lose this one, plays it to Arakaki, and now finding the threat, Hartman-Filson. Far side. Teska plays ahead on the ground towards the top of the box. Tan is there again. Plays ahead to Shannon. Shannon plays right foot, sending Berg down the far side. Berg trying to catch up with it before it goes out of bounds, not able to throw in for the Knights. Top of the defensive third.
Yeah, Berg was just a little too far behind in that ball to catch up to it. All year she's been able to hustle to that, but with the wind carrying it, the turf giving some weird bounces, it's going to be hard to do that.
This is going to be played middle of the circle for Shannon. Shannon dropped back towards midfield for Karsten, and she plays ahead now to Berg. Berg moving towards the end line, trying to move past Teska. Teska getting in with the body. Berg touches towards the end line, and that was going to go out of bounds, it looked like, for a goal kick, and just cleared out of bounds by the Carleton defense, throwing for the Thunder halfway up the box on the far side.
Well, the way the Wheaton's pressuring so far in the second half, Carleton's just wanting to clear that ball away from any opportunity that they could see from Berg, you know, trying to hustle to it.
Kishkunis, nice ball across the box. Kopelman just can't get there.
Entering for Carleton,
Goal
number
kick.
10, Nikki Tomita.
Nikki Tomita will enter in for Carleton
Number 16,
for
Hartman-Filson.
Hartman-Filson. And you said, Noah, you know, Kopelman was there, just a little bit out of her reach. You're liking that play into the box so far for Wheaton.
Goal kick is headed right back into the box by Shannon. Stepping as DeLeon gets a foot on the clearance. Possessing for the Thunder, Berg. Top of the box, trying to get a shot off. Shot into the hands of Trinary.
Yeah, that wasn't a strong driven shot. Kind of a little bit lofted up there. But not much you can do with that if you're Berg. Nonetheless, a good attempt.
Yeah, she had a couple defenders right on her. Literally contact with the jersey. Just trying to get that one away. Played forward towards DeLeon. And out of bounds off of Carleton. This will be a Thunder corner kick near side. Wheaton in front, 20:45 left in the game. 3-1 is our score.
You know, Noah, every time it's a Wheaton corner, I get excited because I know Kishkunis could put it right there. You got those bodies in there. Maybe Shannon could get the hat trick. What a story that would be. 3 goals in one game. Only had one all year. So Thunder lead 3-1. 20:25 to go in the second half.
Kishkunis to take this corner. Ball in the air, across the box into the hands of Trinary. Good stuff off her line. Punted away. Tan heads it towards the top of the circle, and they keep it running towards Burke. Tan's going to have to catch up with Burke. Burke moving in towards the goal, stepping is Brait, and Tan clears away towards the near sideline and out of bounds. Great perseverance there by Esther Tan. Ferrari will enter in for Carleton.
23, Annika Ord.
Ord will step out. As you said, Burke displays a lot of speed. Almost was able to penetrate 2 defenders. Wheaton's got to be careful Stick tough to that line.
This is dropped back and played across the box wide of the near post. Goal kick for the Thunder, 19.5 left in the game, in front 3-1. Brait plays away on the goal kick, up the middle of the field, over the head of Shannon, and then Shannon follows it up with a clearance towards DeLeon. DeLeon not able to possess for the Thunder, and it's knocked back instead to Bjorkowski, who plays off of Shannon. Shannon right foot sends Berg in towards the box. This ball's got pace on it from the wind. Berg trying to keep up with it, and it's going to be touched away from her to Bjorkowski, moving towards the top of the defensive third near side for the Knights. Bjorkowski ball on the ground, sending Burke up front. Liebedor is marking her. Liebedor drops it back to Brait, has it on her left foot, and cuts back with the right foot to Liebedor near sideline, 18 yards off the end line. Sent up front, and then a ball played in towards the press box, probably the closest one we've seen all year. Out of bounds, near side, throwing for Kopelman.
And Kristen Clark will enter in for Karsten. Karsten, so far, a great night. You know, though nothing statistic-wise, she is that force along that back, the top of the defense. Excuse me.
Toss for Kopelman. In towards Berg. Flick on header. Tries to keep it moving to DeLeon. It's cleared away by Bjorkowski. Over towards Kish Kunis. Brings it down with the right foot. And a nice ball forward trying to send Berg. And just the wind carrying it too much. I don't think anyone thought Kish Kunis was going to be able to get around on that one and put that so on the money. I think it caught Berg off guard a little bit.
Everybody off guard. It's one of those like karate, you know, cross leg kicks. But good job by Kish Kunis, because now, you know, Carleton has it in their own third. And Orweiler will check back in, and Berg will check out.
Orweiler for number 6, Brittany Berg.
Orweiler joins DeLeon up top. The winner of this game will play the winner of Lynchburg and Emory. Those two squaring off tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. On the top of this bracket, Redlands have already advanced. They beat Cal Lutheran earlier today. Final was 3-0. And they will play the winner of Trinity, Texas, and Hardin-Simmons. You talk about few losses between two teams combined. Trinity is 18-1. Hardin-Simmons is 20-0 on the year.
That's going to be a tough game. And Trinity is hosting the tournament as well in the championship round. It'll be played there.
This one taken away by Tomita, moving in towards the top of the box. Tomita being bodied off the ball by Clark and going down. Foul called on Brait. Fouling Tomita hard just outside the 18. Went in for the ball and got the leg.
Yeah, that was a tough challenge there. Sometimes that's worthy of a yellow card. But Thunder are going to line up with that wall, 5-woman wall there. Or actually now it's going to be 4. It'll be Brait, Liebedor, Clark, and Shannon.
Played high over the crossbar, out of bounds, goal kick.
And Carson will check back in, and Quinn will check out. So right there, Vanderstade just got way too much of the ball. She put a good 20 feet over it.
Goal kick taken by Brait. Forward, flick on header from Shannon, goes towards midfield. Bjorkowski missed clearance. This is going to be to the foot of Arakaki, and then played down the far sideline off of Ferran and out of bounds. Throwing for the Thunder, moving in towards the attacking third on the far side. 15 minutes left in regulation. Wheaton leads by 2, scores 3-1. Toss on the far side. Stepping is Arakaki, trying to win it for Carleton, and she does. Plays it to Wheaton possession, though, and it's dropped all the way back to Brait. Just have to be smart here. Brait plays far sideline for Liebedor. Liebedor plays ahead on the ground to Karsten and keeps it moving square. Bottom of the circle now for Shannon. Nice one-touch. Goes to Tan. and she moves it up the near sideline to Kopelman. Turns down the near sideline, has it on her right foot. One defender stepping, cuts back past Burke, and gives to Tan. Tan plays Karsten, top of the circle. Pressure on, and Karsten finds Orweiler up front. Orweiler trying to move past Bierkowski. Clearance goes off of Orweiler, and now back towards Bierkowski, cleared upfield. Stepping as Kopelman gets a foot in on it, and Orweiler comes up with it. Step over. Orweiler trying to move in towards the near post, has it taken away by Bierkowski, and a foul called on Orweiler. Free kick for Carleton, wide of the near side of their box.
And all Wheaton has to do is maintain the 3-1 lead for another 13 minutes and 50 seconds, and they'll be advancing to the third round.
This is going to be Wills with it, middle of the field, plays far side for Teska, the right back into the Wheaton half of the pitch. Drop back across midfield, and this is going to be Orweiler with it, headed back towards Shannon. Collected by Wills, though, and now finding Teska into the attacking third is Teska. Puts on the speed, right foot, cutting back to her left foot, moving in towards the 18, drops back. This is going to be Arakaki with it, plays over Bierkowski. Bierkowski thought about the shot from distance, still with it. Bierkowski left foot shot, wide of the near post.
And checking back in for Carleton is Hartman Filson. And checking in Rachel Foran. So they're going to try to get another attacker up there, try to create some opportunities in the final 13 minutes. So far, Wheaton's defense doing very well the second half.
He put in that extra forward, as Foran was a defender coming out for the forward. Carleton with 3 up front now, and it looks like Hartman Filson going to play just a shade behind Burke and Tomita. The 3 of them are definitely the threats. Hartman Filson with it at midfield right now. The 3 of them having combined for 25 goals on the year. Vanderstay's got 6. Out of bounds, far side off the Thunder, throwing for Carleton, and now a throw-in for Wheaton as this goes in from Carleton and off of Carleton. Toss for Kishkunis down the line. This is going to be followed up by Clark. Ahead towards Orweiler, knocked off of Carleton. And out of bounds, throw for Orweiler, taken quickly. Good idea. Toss towards the end line. DeLeon trying to catch up with it, knocked out of bounds past her. This will be 17 yards off the end line, far side, throwing for the Thunder. Kishkunis to take it. Tossed in towards DeLeon, down the line. Back towards Kishkunis, has it on her right foot. Bodied off the ball, stepping as Shannon, wins it back for the Thunder. Here's Orweiler, left foot, off the official, and out of bounds across the end line. And that will go to... Actually, not off the official. I guess it was off of a Carleton player that was in the line of the official.
Yeah.
Corner kick for the Thunder.
It's going to be Kishkunis over there and Orweiler. So we're going to do that one little touch pass.
Kishkunis plays across. This is going to be punched away by Trinary and then cleared towards the top of the 18. Stepping as DeLeon, trying to get in on it, and it's cleared away towards midfield. Wheaton must win this, and Brait does in the air. Follows it up with the dribble. Brait moving into the attack. Have to be careful here. Just be smart, as you want her to be in the back, but she continues to take space. Very capable of it. Brait still moving down the near sideline towards the end line and playing across with the right foot, headed away towards the top of the box. Kopelman there, sets up her right foot, takes a ball to Orweiler. Orweiler finds Clark, shot into the hands of Trinary, right down the middle of the frame.
Clark had some room there if she maybe trapped it, dribble a little bit, but she took the one-time shot. But on that previous corner, Shannon was up there again with the header. She got knocked down a little bit, but she was looking for that third goal. Here's Bierkowski. Right foot goes upfield. Stepping is Karsten, plays away in the air. Orweiler heads towards DeLeon. DeLeon goes down near the top of the box. No call, and Trinary off her line collects in the box. And the linesman raising the flag for the foul call, but the center official overruling him knowingly, which is
perfectly within his ability. And I think what we saw there was just two players running after the ball, and they both go down, and the no call is the right call. This is going to be Shannon with it. Played over towards Kopelman on the near side. Kopelman with Vanderstay in front of her. Plays left foot ahead to DeLeon. Has it touched away from her. Over towards Arakaki. Played upfield towards the left side of the circle. This is Karsten with it. Karsten steps over the ball and then plays left foot over towards Orweiler in towards the end line. Cuts back to her right foot. Orweiler has it moving into the box. Right foot shot into the hands of Trineri. Making save after save.
Yeah, that was a great save there, diving to her left. Orweiler did a great dribble move to create space, just unable to get it enough strength, enough power behind it. But there's only 8:45 left.
Wheaton in front 3-1. Played forward. This one to Hartman-Filson. Turning with it down the near sideline, trying to move past Tan. Still with the ball in the dribble. And now sending one into the box. This will skip harmlessly into the hands of Maddie Allen. Allen getting ready to punt away. And does. This one towards Shannon. It's off the head of Wills and out of bounds near side, throwing for the Thunder. Kopelman to take it.
Yeah, it's definitely been a factor of the win here in the second half. Wheaton able to control much of the possession, which in turn means more attack, more penetration, more shots on goal.
Far side, possessed by Arakaki, now touched away by Shannon, and Orweiler has it out on her right foot, drop back to Kishkunis. Square to Shannon, top left side of the circle, and played over near side for Kopelman. Kopelman has it touched away from her, now regains possession up across midfield. Moving forward is Kopelman, still moving forward, and now has it touched away by a third defender. This is Wills, sending it into Wheaton territory. Liebador is right there with the right foot, stepping and playing away. Up across midfield to the foot of Bierkowski. She finds Hartman-Filson and now drop back to Vanderstay. She's got a good foot. Right foot goes in towards the top of the box. Against the wind, doesn't matter. Nice ball. Cleared away, though, by the Thunder D. Moving in is Teska. Played ahead. And then Tan with a long clearance towards midfield. Headed away by Milligan. Bierkowski looking near sideline. Knocked off of Kopelman. And then Kopelman touches out of bounds across the near sideline, throwing for Carleton.
Haggerty will check in for Carleton.
Number 21, Sarah Ferrari.
For Ferrari, and also kept coming in Val Lilly, checking out. Maddie Allen will, or excuse me, not Maddie, Danny DeLeon will check out. The goalkeeper still staying in. Excuse me for that.
Sent forward towards Tan, trying to battle with Hartman-Filson, and Hartman-Filson comes up with it. Now played across the box by Vanderstay and headed wide. This will be a goal kick. Tomita with the header.
Yeah, well, Tan, next time when she's posting up against a bigger player in Hartman-Filson, she's got to knock that ball out of bounds. Vanderstay had a good cross there, could have been a goal-scoring opportunity. You don't want to give any sort of momentum or offensive swing for Carleton.
Here's Kopelman, touched ahead on the ground and cleared away by Milligan. This is going to be Shannon with it in the middle of the field, and now losing it back towards the Carleton defense. Played away far side from Wills to Teska. Right foot in the air up across midfield. Stepping is Karsten trying to get there. Burke is getting there as well. Burke in towards the far side of the box. Ball across the box. Header goes towards the top of the box. Vanderstay is there. She's got a big foot. Right foot shot goes wide of the near side post. Goal kick for the Thunder. We've got 5 minutes left in regulation, leading 3-1.
5 minutes to go, and that 5 minutes got to click faster as Carleton definitely attacking more, trying to get that ball to go in the back of the net, try to trim this 3-1 deficit. It's going to be hard, especially against this great Wheaton defense that doesn't give up many goals to begin with.
Here is Clark. Middle of the pitch, right foot. Clears upfield, trying to send Orweiler in towards the box, and does. Orweiler has it on her left foot. Keeper charges, plays it past her into the back of the net. Jamie Orweiler, 4-1 Wheaton in front.
What a great pass. The goalkeeper came off her line. It's one of those toss-up plays, and Orweiler with her speed, just a tad, just a tiny tap. That's all you need to get it back in the net, and that's what happened. All the Carleton defenders just watched it go slowly in. Fourth goal. This is pretty much Wheaton's game here with 4:34 left. What a comeback. 4 straight goals, 4 unanswered goals, all starting from 15 seconds in that first half until now. Wheaton doing a great job.
And that assist goes to Kristen Clark. That is her second assist of the year.
Jamie Orweiler.
Mackenzie checks in for the Thunder, as does Nordheis. 4.5 minutes left, and Wheaton in front 3-1. Charging in towards the top of the box is Tomita, and it's touched away from her. Teska plays right foot in towards the box. Hartman-Filson puts a shot on goal, and that's going to be looping into the arms of Maddie Allen.
Good job for Maddie Allen just to drop to her knees, catch that ball, make sure it doesn't go by her.
Knuckleball punt towards Mackenzie, not able to bring it down, and it's touched away towards the left side of the circle, moving forward. And a nice ball on the ground trying to send Vanderstay. Tan's going to get there first, though. Vanderstay takes it away on the end line, plays back across the box, and possessing is Burke. She drops back outside the 18 to Wills. Wills from distance, shot off the defense, goes over towards, I believe, on the far side, that's Haggerty, and then cleared away. And this is where you see desperation setting in, Isaac, as this is all Carleton right now, trying to make some last-ditch effort towards the goal. Shot from distance goes wide, and this will be a goal kick.
Yeah, they're just trying to get
Thunder.
Trying to get anything, shooting from it's actually
corner
kick. But they're just trying to get something going. Thunder can't progress.
You'll see the keeper come all the way up towards midfield. Corner kick taken short, dropped back to Hartman Phyllis, and then over towards Haggerty on the far side. Stepping is Bray, and Haggerty this one actually going to stay in on that far sideline. That walked the line and then played across towards the top of the box, cleared away by Shannon. And then a high ball from Milligan is going to come down near Kopelman, headed by Kopelman out of bounds. Far side, 2:40 left in regulation. Wheaton in front 4-1. Carleton with it in the form of Haggerty, tossed in and cleared away by Mackenzie. Out of bounds, far side, throwing for Carleton just ahead of midfield.
Thunder got to be careful with emotions now. Things are going to get a little chippy, probably with a couple more aggressive plays, so Wheaton's got to get their head together, not try to be overly aggressive. They just got to maintain this lead here, 4-1 with 2 minutes to go. This one played in towards Vanderstay. Stepping is Nordheis, getting in on the tackle. Nice win. And then playing ahead towards Lilly. Lilly in towards the defense, not going to be able to get there before Milligan does. Milligan plays away on the ground, and now cutting it upfield is Wills, still in Carleton territory. And now looking to switch field towards the near side is Teska, and gives it to Bierkowski. Bierkowski, ball on the ground towards Burke, top of the box, drop back now to Arakaki. Stepping is Shannon trying to get in on the tackle, and it's knocked away all the way back towards Teska. Stepping is Kopelman, and knocks this one out of bounds. Will also knock down the corner, the half flag on the far side. And it'll be a throw-in for Carleton. Top of the circle extended far side with 1:20 left. Tossed in. And it's going to be out of bounds, throw-in for the Thunder now, as they look to just wrap up these last 70 seconds. Isaac, in a first half that featured, really the first half of the first half, it was all Carleton, and they came away with that goal, and you just hoped that the Thunder could get something before halftime, and that in the second half with the wind, you hope that they would be able to get something going, and both of those aspirations came true. And they certainly did. And we were really nervous. I mean, coming off that first goal for Carleton, we were all very kind of hesitant here and very nervous. They thought Carleton was possessing the ball very well. Wheaton unable to get anything going. Then finally, with that end of the half goal, that was crucial for Wheaton to get something going and then score 4 unanswered. That's just remarkable. Moving on to the third round of play. This is a great team. They got a lot of great players, great defense, great offense, and even a good goalie. So Wheaton looking to go here in the third round, and it's going to be a journey.
10.
We'll let the press box count it down.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And you hear the sorry now. And you hear the fans cheering here with a 4-1 victory for Wheaton, as the fans jumping up and down, going to root this team going on to the third round.
And we'll wait for our post-game interview with head coach Pete Felsky, and we will try to get some end-of-the-game statistics for you. Wheaton moves on to the Sweet 16 for the 8th straight year. 4-1 is our final score here in the round of 32, and these girls will be awaiting their destination, whether that be staying here in Wheaton or traveling down to Texas. Those are probably the two most likely outcomes, as already having advanced to the round of 16, Redlands, Otterbein, and Oneonta State.
Local New York right there.
And now Wheaton College. Earlier, Illinois Wesleyan won 3-0. And we'll try to just pull up some, again, end of the game statistics, but Wesleyan will be taking on Denison tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern as they try to advance in their bracket. Those two schools, Wheaton and Wesleyan, if they continue to advance, wouldn't meet until the Final Four, so don't have to worry about that for a while.
But even look at here, you have Wisconsin Stevens Point, another familiar foe, and you got Loris and Wartburg and Washington St. Louis, so all the teams Wheaton has faced this year, so it's going to be familiarity for them if they can get to the quarterfinals.
Participation awards to Carleton College.
Carleton College going to receive their participation awards, and we do have a few end-of-the-game statistics for you. And Wheaton 2 goals apiece from Shannon and Orweiler. Orweiler's 2 goals put her at 17 on the year. Shannon with 2 goals. That brings her to 3 total on the year. Assists to Quinn, Kishkunis, and Clark. Kishkunis picking up her 16th assist on the year, and 15th assist on the year. And Isaac, really a team that we saw coming in towards the beginning of the season saying, well, it'll be interesting to see how they play together. It'll be interesting to see if everyone's able to stay healthy. In the past, Jamie Orweiler has gone down with injury towards this point in the season. She's been able to stay healthy and really help initiate that Wheaton attack.
You're right, Noah, and something, I've talked to the players about is that they all went off into the offseason last year with one mindset, and that's about the team. And we could see that with all aspects of their play, team play, passing the ball, picking each other up, finishing the shots, scoring on goal. We say Orweiler scored the goal. We said Shannon scored 2 goals. Guess what? It started with the team. It started from the beginning with that corner kick, how they got there. And something that Caitlin Kishkunis told me that was their goal the whole year, was just to work as a team, get better in the offseason, strive, because, it's interesting in soccer, everyone goes their separate ways in the summer, they play their own ball, try to improve their own personal individual skills, but then when they come back together, you got to gel, you got to come back together, play well, and they struggle a little bit in the beginning of the year, but guess what? They're here, they're in the third round, Sweet 16. It can't get any sweeter than this if you're a Thunder fan.
Yeah, at least not right now. It can't. You definitely look down the road, and it could get a little sweeter as we continue to move forward. But again, Wheaton into the Sweet 16, and we'll be playing the winner of Lynchburg and Emory, who also play tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Well, you're probably going to want the next game to be a warmer climate, as it's only going to get colder here in Wheaton. So,
but again, that could, that could benefit the Thunder. They're getting used to practicing in this environment, and unfortunately, what you do have here is going to be a wind factor across Joe Bean Stadium, as we've seen that the last 2 nights. First moving out west, and now moving back to the east. Definitely played a huge factor in this game. 3 second-half goals, though, Isaac, for the Thunder. let's take away those 3 second-half goals for a moment. How big is that first-half goal that came with about 10 seconds to play in the first set of 45?
You can't put an emphasis on that last goal before halftime. That goal was so critical to this team. I mean, if Orweiler did not make that shot, you're going to halftime down 1-0. You were outplayed the entire half. Guess what? You went to halftime, you say, we were outplayed, but the game's tied 1-1, and we have the win. So the Thunder were able to persevere over that early 1-0 deficit, but that was critical, no. I mean, there's no... if they didn't score that goal, who knows how this game would have turned out, because that momentum going into halftime saying, for Carleton, we're on the home field of Wheaton, up 1-0 going to halftime.
You could just pack it in.
Yeah. And we can keep pushing.
And we will be joined now by head coach Pete Felske here in the press box, and we'll swing the camera around to try to get some sort of an angle. We do apologize. There are several other broadcast crews here right now, but we'll swing the camera around for you. And, Coach, you guys advanced to the round of 16 once again. And let's just 3 goals in the second half is great. But that goal right before halftime was huge.
Yeah, there's no doubt, and let's be honest, Carleton outplayed us, outworked us, did everything much better than we did the first half, and we needed that badly. We did, and I reminded him at halftime earlier this year we had a game against Stevens Point. The exact same thing happened, and it just takes a lot out of you, and I think that's what happened. The second half came out with much more energy, and got 3 big goals for us. So
you guys move forward now. You'll be playing the winner of Lynchburg and Emory, and we're talking location. The one thing we do know is that it's going to be on Friday. You can't control where it's going to be exactly, but it's going to be on Friday, which means you guys have got several days between now and then.
Yeah, and my guess is we may be doing some traveling. I doubt they're going to put two regionals in the Midwest, and so yeah, we're excited to be there. We need to rest some players and get some players healthy. But regardless of who we play, we're just excited to be here. God's been really good to us this year, and I'm real proud of the players.
Definitely maintain that health going forward. It's getting chilly here in Wheaton.
Yeah.
We've got actually Carrie Shannon came up huge this game, just being in the right spot at the right time and not being afraid to put a strong foot on it a couple times. She had 1 goal on the year coming into this game, and stats don't always translate into the kind of player that you see on the field, although tonight it was more visible if you look at the stats for Carrie.
At halftime, we were just begging anybody to be in the right place at the right time. And you know what? Carrie's playing about as well as any of our players are playing right now. We moved her in the center midfield, as you saw the second half. Actually, we did it late in the first half, carried over to the second. I thought she played great all around. In fact, she scored a couple goals even better. But she did play very well tonight. I'm real proud of her.
All right, Coach, congrats on the W. We'll let you go down and be with your girls.
Thanks, man. Bye.
Head Coach Pete Felske following the Thunder victory here at Joe Bean Stadium. Final score 4-1 against Carleton College. And I believe we do have some post-game statistics for you. We're going to have Isaac come on back here and don his headset in the chilly press box in the western suburbs of Chicago. Isaac, why don't you run us through those post-game statistics?
Well, the Thunder had 14 shots overall, 9 in that second half, which is almost double their first half total. Carleton had 13. So it's kind of similar aspect, but Carleton did put a lot of shots in the last kind of 5 minutes out of desperation. Some were kind of bad shots. But the Thunder, with those 4 goals, most important statistic, we got goals coming from Orweiler, Shannon, then Shannon again, and Orweiler finishing it up. So that was 4 goals. The first goal of the game was scored by Hartman Filson off an assist of Lily Vanderstay, and that was at the first goal for the Knights. Put them with a lot of momentum. As Coach Felske said, they were outplayed. The Thunder were outplayed in the first half, but that big goal by Orweiler to end the half was the critical point. 5 shots taken by Orweiler, 2 by Berg, and 2 by Shannon, 3 by Quinn. And Allen was in goal with 3 saves, did not give up a goal, so she was very good in goal today. But Barreto gave up that lone goal in the first 18 minutes of play in the 18th minute. And over on the other side, Trenery made a good job. she gave up 4 goals, but that attack from the Thunder really kind of confused her a little bit. But she made 5 saves. She made some good saves to stop any other attack from Wheaton. Several diving stays to her left, to her right, off shots from Berg, from Orweiler. And also something just to keep it was cool, wet, windy atmosphere here. Thunder very fortunate to get the win in the second half. Gave them a lot of momentum. Gave them that 4-1 victory. And Caitlin Kishkunis with 1 assist and a big assist. And Kristen Clark also had an assist, also with Hillary Quinn. So rounding it out, Thunder played as a team today. It wasn't just one superstar. It was everybody as a group. And it's going to be something to look forward to on Friday, whoever they play.
That's right. Next game will be Friday. Date and time. Excuse me, the time actually. The date is known. It's on Friday. The time will be announced, and we'll have that on the Athletics website as well as the location. Unlikely that 2 regionals would play in the Midwest, so Wheaton may see themselves moving south and a bit west to a bit warmer climate. For Isaac Kramer, I'm Noah Helm. Thanks for being with us throughout this broadcast, throughout this Thunder victory. This has been a production of WETN Sports.
Thank you, Noah and Isaac. What an exciting second half. If you recall, that first half ended in a tie. However, withstanding the cold and the influences of the wind, the Thunder pushed ahead with 2 goals, one from Carrie Shannon and the second one from Carrie Shannon once again. Then, when you least expected it, Jamie Orweiler snuck a goal in the last minutes of the game to finalize the score at 4-1. That is pretty impressive if you ask me. Definitely a Wheaton win. And now looking ahead to the Thunder's schedule, they will face the victor between Lynchburg and Emory in the 3rd round of the NCAA Division III tournament. We are back in the studio, down in the deepest levels of the Billy Graham